What's good guys, it's Ank, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to edit cinematics like some of the top creators out there like FLEA and Milliam. A lot of you guys have been in my comments asking me to do a tutorial, so I thought I was finally going to do one. So yeah, enjoy, let's get right into it. So I've already imported my song. I'm just going to make this a bit bigger and move it down. So I'm going to cut it to where I want the kill to be. I want the kill to be on this beat right here. That'll be right there. So I'm gonna zoom in using this bar at the bottom, go over using my arrow keys, press M to place a marker, and I've already imported my clip from my cinematic. If you want to see how to record cinematics, Milliam made a tutorial, my friend XO made a tutorial. There are loads of tutorials out there, so you can just look one up. So I'm gonna go to where the clip starts, right here. Press Control K on your keyboard, select this half, delete it, and drag this over here. And you're gonna go to where you shoot your gun. Right where you see that, press M to place a marker, and then you're gonna move the song back until your marker is in sync with that. So just like that, and then just extend the length of the song. So just like that, it should be synced. Yeah, so this clip is terrible by the way. But yeah, so if we want our cinematic to start here, we have to cut our video using Control K again. And we're gonna come here, cut our video again, delete this half behind it, and we're gonna enable time remapping. So to do that, you just right click the clip, show clip keyframes, time remapping, speed. So in this little blank space, we're gonna have our cinematic. So I've already pre-recorded my cinematic. Took a few tries, but yeah, I'm gonna right click, press on link, and then delete the audio at the bottom here, because we don't really need audio on our cinematics, but it's just a cinematic ending to the left. I'm gonna cut it here while it's still moving. I'm gonna go to the start of the cinematic where it starts moving, so around here, Control K, delete this half, and then I'm gonna enable time remapping on the cinematic. Drag it on top of where we want it, and then we're gonna go to about where we want it to slow down. So about here, go to effect controls, you're gonna see time remapping, and click this keyframe button. What you're gonna do, you're gonna drag this all the way up, so you're gonna be left with something like this, right? You're gonna drag this to the left and then drag this to the right, so that this diagonal line is still like visible fully. And if you go too far over it, like I am right here, press Control Z on your keyboard to undo, and then you can zoom in, you can be more precise, but I think that's as good as we're gonna get it. So you make a curve here, like I'm gonna make this bigger so you can see. It's fast and it slows down, but this is way longer than we need it to be, right? So usually I go 10 frames back, okay? And I count the amount of frames from this clip to where my cursor is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So I right click this, speed and duration, and then I change it to 23 milliseconds because that's what your cursor moves in, right? And now we have this. You see that? Oh, in Premiere Pro, you need to add an adjustment layer. Otherwise, your clip's gonna, look weird when you're time remapping. I'm gonna do that. To make an adjustment layer, you go to Project, you click this right here, New Item, Adjustment Layer, okay, and then you just drag it on top of your clip. But I'm gonna put it on this layer. made this layer bigger, so we want this to reverse, right? So we're gonna hold Alt while we have this clip selected, use our mouse and drag this clip up, and then put it right beside it. We're gonna right click, speed and duration, reverse speed, and then we're gonna change the duration to 10 because we just counted how many frames that was, right? So after doing that, that leaves us with this. Nothing too special, we haven't added any effects. Next thing I'm gonna show you guys is how to transition into the cinematic. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna nest our cinematic. I'm gonna nest the clip before. I'm gonna go to my effect controls and I'm gonna add blur mode curves. If you don't have this, it's a Sapphire plugin. It can be found all over the internet. You really just type Sapphire, like Premiere Pro or After Effects or whatever you use. So usually I place a keyframe at the end here on Z distance. First of all, wrap X, wrap Y, reflect, put them both on reflect, and go about 12 keyframes. Place a keyframe there. Zoom in, go over to this keyframe we just placed. We're gonna change that to about, not too much, just 1.2 right now. And then Shift X, go back the same amount, just keep it there. Then we want this to be going to the left, so we're gonna drag it to the right, about there. And then what we're gonna do here is click this keyframe so this pops up, drag this to the right, and then drag this to the right as well, so it kind of snaps in, you know. Do the same for this, drag this to the right, drag this to the right. Okay, so for this next clip, we're gonna put reflect, Z distance. Since that one was zooming out, we're gonna have this one coming from zoomed in. So 0.8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, and then Shift X, keyframe there. And since that one was going to the left, this one is gonna be coming from the right. We're gonna drag this to the left, for about that much. We're gonna do the same thing we did with those keyframes, but this time it's coming from the left, so we're gonna drag this one to the left and this one to the left, and then do the same for the Z distance, this one to the left and this one to the left. And keep in mind, not every cinematic is the same, so you can't just copy these exact values I have put in right now. So you're gonna have to mess around with the settings for every individual cinematic that you do. And then what we're gonna do now is time remap or kill, so it slows down after we shoot. Okay, so we're gonna drag this forward a little. So we're gonna go to where the name pops up on your screen, keyframe that, and remember to keep saving your project. You go to file, save, or just press Ctrl S. So if you crash, you keep everything you've done. You're gonna drag this up to about 200, 220, around that area. And then you're gonna do the same thing we did before with the cinematic. Drag that to the left, curve this, and then this line that we're left with, we're gonna drag that down. So this is what it gives us. We shoot, and then it's slowed down. And if you want to render all this, just press enter on your keyboard and it should automatically render. So I'm gonna do that right now. So now that we've rendered our clip, you should see this bar at the top that was red, it should now be green. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna do is add black bars and then add an effect to my kill. So to add black bars, you go project, new item, adjustment layer, okay, and then you drag. So you're just gonna drag crop onto your adjustment layer. So right when it starts, you're gonna keyframe top and bottom, and then when it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'd say, keyframes into the cinematic, make a keyframe. I like to put my black bars at 7, not too much, not too little. But yeah, the 7, and then here is 2 keyframes, and go forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, around there before your cinematic ends, and put these last 2 at 0. Drag them to the end of your clip. So around here should be okay. So we have this now. Now the last thing I'm gonna show you guys is kill effects. So we're gonna right click, nest this, and then I already have a preset for this, but I'm gonna go through the settings with you guys. Okay, so I just finished adding my preset, and this is what we have now. Alright, so all we have is a little screen pump. So in Premiere Pro, there's a default effect called motion. When After Effects, you can use transform or scale. You just turn the scale up to about 120, 130, and then have it slowly fade out to 100. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that right now. Place a keyframe at the start. I like to do 125 for the scale, and then at the end of the clip, change it to 100. On After Effects, you just right click your keyframes and press easy ease, but on Premiere Pro, you right click them and ease out. And then we have an effect called Twitch, which is a plugin you can download, shake, and then warp chroma. So these are pretty simple kill effects, nothing too crazy. So for the kill, you want to make sure you enable and then slide, and then go to operator controls, slide, and then copy these settings, slide amount 50, and then slide spread 0. The rest of these should be default. And then you're gonna keyframe the amount to 50 and the speed to 20, and have that slowly fade out. Then we have shake. You guys can just copy these shake settings, nothing too crazy. Amplitude 0.09, frequency, phase, yeah, all that. And then X shake, these are the settings. Y shake, those are the settings. And then Z shake, tilt shake. You guys can pause if you want, copy those exact settings. And then we have an effect called warp chroma. So what I like to put mine at about from Z to, you go to the setting called from Z distance, and put it at around 0.94 at the start, and have it slowly fade out to 1 or 0.999. Okay, so today we went over the basics of cinematics, how to edit them, how to transition from your clip into your cinematic. If you guys want a more in-depth tutorial on stuff like sound effects, proper kill effects, and effects you can add to your cinematics to make your videos more entertaining, make sure you get this video to 125 likes, and I'll be sure to make a part 2 and go more in-depth and show you guys how to make the best montage you can. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day, and peace.